Good to go, Jack?
Yep, absolutely, mate. Whenever you're ready.
So, Dario, any injury concerns coming into the Melbourne Derby that we need to be aware of?
No, I think everyone's okay. There was Sally, she picked up a bit of a hand injury in the warm-up, so she's one we'll monitor and just see, and we're just waiting to get the scan results and make sure that there's hopefully no real serious damage. So she's one that we'll need to monitor, and everyone else is just probably just sort of general fatigue, and obviously today being the second day is usually when you feel it the most. So we'll just keep an eye on everyone tomorrow and try to get everyone ready for the big derby on the weekend.
Well, I guess on that fatigue leads to a good transition. Melbourne Derby was pushed back 24 hours because of weather and just weather concerns around Melbourne. How crucial is that extra 24 hours going to be?
Look, it helps us because it gave us an opportunity for a bit of a tactical session today, where we could, without too much load on the girls, where we could work through a couple of things. We looked at, analysed the Melbourne Victory, their strengths and weaknesses, and where we can sort of stop them and where we can hurt them as well. So that helped us in general. But look, if the game was played tomorrow, we would have been ready regardless. But the weather that's forecasted, so I think it was the right decision to push the game, because it'd be a little bit too much, especially players already under the fatigue, to put them out in those conditions again. And player safety is always number one.
Yeah, I mean, 38 degrees, and even if you push kickoff back a couple of hours, storms were predicted coming in, which means you're probably just going to face delays anyway and not be able to play. So definitely the right decision. Obviously not a happy trip up to Wonderland on Sunday, but you the side managed to bounce back. It got very dominant fashion against Adelaide on Wednesday night. What was the key with such a quick turnaround to I guess, essentially reversing the result?
Look, it's always difficult when you start your first of 3 games in that week with not the greatest result. I was calm after the game. It was just more so us. We sort of, I think we forced the issue. We went away from us controlling the play. Like in the first half, we got into their half without much hassle, where we didn't have to really build up through large amounts of pressure. But when we got there, then it was just a little bit, we were maybe just trying to find that early goal, and we got a little bit unfortunate with the goal that deflects and then the wind takes it into the top corner. But again, that's football, where anything can happen, and then we sort of didn't respond. There was only small patches where we kept them in their half, where we sort of created stuff. And so again, it was more us, and we learned from that. We spoke about it, we watched it. And it was probably good that we could stay together in Adelaide a few extra days, where we could sit down with groups of people and watch. And I think once they saw it, we all understood that it was just us a little bit. And then in Adelaide, tough game. It was a hard place to go. I learned before the game that they hadn't lost 3 in a row for, I think it was like 3.5 years, over 1,100 games. So, 100 days, sorry, not games. So that's again, so fantastic way to bounce back. And we're still adapting. We've lost 2 key players that were up for nominated player of the month, and I expect one of the 2 to be nominated player of the month. So it takes time to adapt to new people and new positions. So we'll slowly keep building, and we're ready to put our best foot forward again in the derby.
Yeah, I was going to say 1,100 games. Who extended the season so much?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and they've had long careers.
It's not often that women's sides get to take an extended trip on the road, and essentially for you guys, you go to Sydney, you go straight to Adelaide, usually we come back to Melbourne, then fly out to Adelaide. What was that experience like, getting to take that actual proper road trip?
It's good. Look, we blended it in where we could sit down and analyse and talk, and then we had nights where we had trivia nights that the girls organised. So I think it was in terms of getting as a coaching staff where we could get our message across. We can sit with more extended periods and analyse games, analyse individuals, analyse situations in games, look forward to Adelaide, where we could probably, because we're all in the one place, so it gives us more. And then they also have that freedom where they can go out together, be together, have coffees, go play cards, and just that extended time. We get to know each other more as a group. You get to learn people, and we had a great time, and obviously winning always helps that. So great way to bounce back, great result, and we come back with confidence. And we knew it was, and like the message was, we've played 7 very good games. We had one where we were poor, and you can't always, I know it seems like doom and gloom straight after full time, but we can't take away what the girls have achieved so far and the football that they've displayed. So we all have bad days, and unfortunately we all had a bad day that day. So, but it was great to bounce back against a very good team, and now we look forward to playing another good team in a derby, which not just us look forward to. I think all of Australia looks forward to when derby days roll around.
Obviously, you're coming up against a very good Melbourne Victory side. Four wins, 5 undefeated. What's going to be the key to stopping them this weekend and walking away with 3 points?
I think same as usual. We want to control the game. So we want to dictate terms. We want to dictate the pace of the game. We want to control the game, control the transitions. So if we have the ball, and then the chances of being hurt are much less. So, and then when we don't have it, we want to hunt and get it back very, very quickly. So that's how we play. We won't change for anyone. We'll sort of work around maybe someone's strengths and weaknesses, and that changes on a week-to-week basis depending who we're playing. But again, like you said, they're a good team. They're coming in confident. They've come off a long break, so they've had a good time to recover and probably prepare for us. So they've had extended periods on the training pitch where we've only had the one session leading in. But look, that's why we won't change much for anyone. We have our style of play. We're comfortable in that way, and we're, like I said, we can't wait to play. Whether that was tomorrow, whether it was today, or it's Sunday, we will play anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Obviously, 3 points back at Western United, who are at the top of the table, still undefeated. How crucial is 3 points this weekend going to Big in trying to keep pace with them and chase them down?
Look, for us, again, nothing changes. We go out, we want to win every single game. We don't really pay attention to the other games. So we will, before that, I'd almost forgot that Western were playing Sydney, because the focus is just on ourselves, and we can only control what we can control. So we can control Sunday afternoon at Casey against Melbourne Victory, and then we go out, we try to win. If then at the end, whatever happens, they win, we shake their hands, we congratulate them, we head back to the training pitch, and we start again. We just want to try to improve every single day, individually, as a group, as a team, collectively, individually. So it's just, we got a lot of young girls, and we want to develop them. And we saw on the weekend what our 2 youngest are capable of. So I think there's as a team and as individuals, you constantly want to learn regardless of your age. So we'll just keep working. If we win, great. If we don't, we just, again, like I said, we move on to next week and get ready for another game.
And I guess just on that, you've got Danielle Gallich. Obviously, she's coming along incredibly well, and you can see the improvements week on week. Is that showing in training as well? Just like how's she coming along? Yeah,
very good. So she's every week. She's learning. It's her first season in professionally playing against women and in the professional leagues, and at such a young and tender age, at 16. So she's been really, really good. And again, she's got still lots of things she needs to develop and learn, and that'll happen day by day. We continually work with her. We sit down individually with not just her, but with all the players, and we analyze games and analyze movements in training and what to do in certain positions. And she might be a little bit lucky. She played a similar position that I've played for a long time, so there's wisdom that I can pass down to her. But she's got her own qualities. She's at this level for a reason, and we saw what she done at the Under-20s World Cup with the young Matildas, one of the youngest at the World Cup, and now what she's doing in this league as well.
I guess just one last one from me on that. There's been calls from certain sections of fan bases and certain sections of the media trying to push Gallich towards an overseas move in the next year or two. I guess with how young she is, I guess with the way you're seeing her day in, day out, what would your response be to those sorts of calls?
Look, my advice to Danny and all the young girls is don't pay attention to what anything's written. So it's obviously nice to read that, and rightfully so. She does deserve it. The most important thing is just to continue to work. If you start reading into a lot of things, and then sometimes you lose that focus. So my message is always, just come in, and you want to be better than the player that you were the day before. So I guess it's a bit of an old cliche, but that's the best way to do it. Just through hard work, their willingness to learn, wanting to learn, wanting to stay back. They're always staying back, the young ones. They're practicing on different things where I'm pretty much forcing them to get off the pitch at times. So it's a continuation of that. Just be present, have willingness to learn, and then just hard work. Without hard work, then it's very hard to achieve your dreams, and a lot of our young ones, they've got a bright future ahead of them.